There is an accusation made about Shaykh Asrar Ali Thanvi that he said thinking of a donkey in prayer is better. I mean, again, subhanallah, where can we go with this? Look, this issue. Thinking of a donkey's prayer in prayer is better than thinking of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How does that sound? And remember, donkey was a means of transport. So it's basically saying that if you're thinking about a Ferrari in your car, you're not thinking about Ferrari being a god. You don't think about a Porsche or a car. You don't think about making sujood to them. You're in sajda, okay? Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. Thinking about Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam or thinking about a Lamborghini. It might be more dangerous to think about Rasulullah than Lamborghini, because Lamborghini is nothing big to you. No, you're not going to think about sajda Lamborghini. Lamborghini is a Lamborghini. But Rasulullah, the thought could come that you're making sajda before Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Therefore, in sujood, in salat, and the reason donkey was a means of transportation, not like a camel or a donkey, it could be anything. So in sajda, rather than, you don't think about don't even think about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and don't even think about a Ferrari or a car, a Lamborghini or a horse or a donkey or a spider or a mosquito. Think about only Allah. But sometimes thinking about Rasulullah or Kaaba or the Quran, even Kaaba, this is dangerous. When you're doing, imagine you're praying in Mecca in front of the Kaaba. Don't think about the Kaaba. A thought might come that you are worshipping the Kaaba, because you're making sajda to Kaaba. Think about Allah. Try not to think about the Kaaba, because that thought could come. So basically, this is what he was explaining, that thinking about a donkey, a means of transportation, is sometimes better, meaning it saves you from shirk, than thinking of Rasulullah, because that could bring the thought and idea that you are making sajda in front of him.
Which discourages people about thinking of Rasulullah in prayer. What's your response to that, and how should Muslims treat such people?
So the man in question, his name is al-Kawthari or al-Kawthari, from Leicester, Gujarati, Deobandi, and he ascribed a statement to Ashraf Ali Thanvi, but it wasn't Ashraf Ali Thanvi, it was Ismail al-Dahlawi, the famous donkey statement. I don't need to even repeat the statement. Now this imbecile, he attempted to defend this by saying you think of a donkey because thinking of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will lead to shirk. Meaning if I address the Deobandis who are blind followers, worse than blind followers of these, if I say to them that don't think of your father in the prayer, don't think of your father in the prayer. It's better for you to think of a donkey because you love your father so much that it may lead to shirk. This is insulting. Every common person will know that's insulting. In fact, the Deobandis will say, you've insulted him. Why are you insulting him? This is what they say. So for every Muslim, they will know that this statement is what blasphemy. Secondly, he said, thinking of a donkey is like thinking of a Porsche in that time, because thinking of a donkey didn't lead to worship. But you could easily be worshipping a Porsche car also because you love material wealth so much. But in a place like India, people were worshipping rats, snakes. There's even donkey worship. There is donkey worship. If you do research, you'll find donkey worship as that. So the statement is kufr. The man took down the video, but he needs to do tawbah. But he's a person who published al-Muhannad in the Middle East. But after a while, and this was a course he done on the Muhannad, he showed his reality. His reality came out. That as apologetic as a Deobandi attempts to be, they still come out with this nonsense. You see, some of our turuq, they may have problems in action, but they don't have a problem in belief. So you might go to a mazar and people do exaggerated actions, but a Deobandi, they'll say, look, he follows the Hanafi fiqh, He doesn't do any bid'ah, but then they come out with this nonsense. This is the issue. They come out with this nonsense. So the statement is totally wrong, and people should refute him on this, in this regard.